Hey Radiant Souls, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome for the first time. My name is Heather. I'm so delighted that you're here. This is going to be a really quick video today, but I wanted to share with you something I've been mentioning in a couple of my other classes and in my mastermind community, and it's getting some good feedback as far as being a way for you to connect with your guides and just practice. So when we're working with spirit guides or even working with our own intuition, it's really easy to want to dial in and get that juicy, delicious knowledge and that inner knowing and that trust of your intuition for the big stuff, for the job changes, for the relationships, for the future and knowing where to navigate. But if we don't practice tuning in, listening to ourselves, listening to our guides, then when it comes to those big questions, we kind of don't know if we can trust the messages we're receiving. So this is a way that you can practice, and it's something that I do almost every day. As someone who's worked with guides for her entire lifetime, I still practice and I still tune in and tune up. So one of the ways that I like to do that is with a very simple yes or no question that I don't know the answer to yet. So it will be something that proves itself later. But it's also something that's not so monumental or so big that I have this emotional charge with it. So something really easy, like, will I get that email from so-and-so today? Yes or no? But what I add into that is I say, if the answer is yes, show me this. And I'll get as specific as possible without being too limiting on what the this is that means yes. So this is kind of like when you would use a pendulum and you ask the pendulum yes or no, and if it swings one way, it's a yes. If it swings the other, it's a no. But this is a way to be out in the world, tuning in your intuitive senses. That's the other thing I really like about this, is the more you expand your physical senses out, so your sense of hearing, your vision, your smell, all of it, the more you're connecting into the field of energy around you, and the more data you're going to be able to pick up from those pathways. If we're just here looking at this one same thing or these same surroundings over and over, and we're not expanding our senses out, we get kind of limited and blocked. So will I get an email from so-and-so? If the answer is yes, show me something purple by the time I get home from the errands I'm running. So I make it very specific. Usually it's a color. Sometimes I'll use a word. Show me the word flabbergasted. Like, make it a word that you may not typically expect to see, or a specific number. Show me the number 28 on a license plate before, and then I add a time component before I get home or by the end of the day. And bake enough time in there that it's not like in the next 5 minutes. Be a little realistic. And then in your mind, get really specific on that's what you asked for, and that means yes, and this was the time you stipulated for yourself to see it, witness it, and then let it go. Release your expectation from it. Don't look through your whole environment. Oh, where's the purple? Where's the purple? Could that be purple? It looks lavender. Maybe it's blue. I don't know. I'm going to say it's purple because I want the answer to be yes. Get all of that humanness out of there. Be as casual as you can while being observant. And again, expanding your senses out without that sense of expectation. And this is why it's really helpful for the question to be something that you aren't really attached to the outcome for, because you're not kind of obsessing over what you see. Will I get an email from so-and-so? If I don't get it today, I'll get it tomorrow. So the yes isn't that important in that kind of question. So I want to share a couple of examples recently that I came across in my everyday world, and I'll drop them in the edit. The first was, and I don't remember the questions for these, which is great. I don't want you to get so obsessed over, oh, is it this or is it that? But I will say, for those in practice, I've been doing this so long that this is really just me tuning up. I don't journal them in the way that I'm going to advise you to do. So don't do as I do as I suggest. It's helpful to journal these down every day. If you're playing around with this 2 or 3 times a day, jot it down, record it in a journal, because I want you to see for yourself that you're getting those answers back. Or if you're not, then that is where you can kind of calibrate how you are experiencing the world. Or maybe you're asking for things that are a little too unrealistic to appear in your world. I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, I live in a place that is not adjacent to the ocean. So if I were to say, if the answer to the question I'm asking is, show me a dolphin in real life, it's not likely I'm going to see one. But I may see a dolphin in a TV show. Someone may call me and talk about a dolphin. I might have a session where somebody's saying, I feel the energy of dolphins around me. So that's why I'm saying be specific, but be open as well to that. So in the two examples I wanted to share, again, I don't remember what the question was, but they did prove themselves to be correct. And that's why I want you to journal it as well. So you can go back and say, oh, on Monday I asked this question. I got the specific sign I was looking for that meant yes. And then 3 days later, whatever I was asking actually occurred, or the yes was proven. Just a good way to give yourself confidence as you're developing. But now back to my examples for real this time. One of my questions was, or whatever the question was, I don't remember, but what I asked for was, show me something orange and out of place. And I like to say out of place because our minds will play tricks on us and say, oh, I know where that orange car usually drives by, or I know where the billboard with the orange on it is. And even if we don't mean to, we can kind of navigate ourselves into a situation where we're saying, oh, there's the orange, I see it. So I like it to be out of place, which is also just kind of fun. It's like a little treasure hunt when you find something. So here's what I saw. And if you notice from this perspective, it looks really, really far away. The camera is at eye level for me, and I'm looking down, and I just out of the corner of my eye, while I was out walking one day, I saw this orange, and it was maybe, I don't know, for me, I think it was 10 minutes, 15 minutes after I had asked the question of, if whatever it is I'm looking for is yes, show me something orange and out of place. So this is something orange. It's clearly out of place because it's just on the side of the road here. And as we zoom in, you'll see that it is an actual orange peel. It's part of an orange. So my team of guides also like to be sarcastic when we play this game. Maybe some of you will have the same experience, but they like to have a little bit of fun with me as well, which is again why I said, get in the space of play when you're practicing with your intuition. So that was orange, literally, and out of place. A few days later, also, I really like to do this while I'm out on a walk because you're open to a lot of different elements that can show up in your world because you're not in the same space. So I was out for a walk and I said, show me something pink and out of place. And this time I said out of place because it's spring here. So if I were to just say pink, and I look around and I see a tulip, or I see an azalea, or I see roses, I can be like, oh, so validated. I see all the pink. Look at me. That's so awesome. So out of place. And then I thought, well, I'm going to be extra specific on this one. And I'm going to say, so I kind of reworked my ask or my question. If whatever it is I'm looking to validate is true, show me one thing that is pink and out of place. Because I didn't want to see a bouquet of flowers or a whole bunch of things. I was going to rule those out if I saw it because that wasn't what I had specifically asked. One thing that is pink and out of place. And so again, we're looking from eye level down. Tiny, tiny little thing of pink caught my eye. It's actually trash on the side of the road, which if you think that working with your guides is always that it needs to be the feathers or the clouds or the angel numbers or all these elevated things, it doesn't have to be. That's the beauty of it. Get in the real world. Let the real world interact and play with you. So as we zoom in on this one, you can see that it was a label that had the word one written in pink. Show me one thing that is pink and out of place. Again, a little sarcastic, but that's how my team likes to work. Maybe yours will be the same. So I hope you found this really helpful. I love to help coach people to get out and have these interactions and really normalize working with your intuition or your spirit guides or both, wherever you dial into that from your comfort level. Take this, use it, play around with it. Let me know how you get on. Leave a comment. Let me know what kinds of things you're experiencing out there. And if you want more experiential practice and tools and techniques and learning how to connect with your guides, I'm hosting a Gathering with the Guides class in June for 4 weeks, online, live over Zoom. I'd love to have you join us. I'll pop a link in the description box below. And if you enroll before the 20th of May, you'll also get a bonus 30-minute appointment with me where we'll meet one of your guides. I'll let my team talk to your team. My people will call your people. We'll get in touch and we'll introduce you to one of your guides and give you some ideas on how to best communicate with them. So if that sounds interesting, look out the link and check it out and save your seat. I look forward to seeing you soon. All right, get out there, get practicing, get playing. Enjoy this beautiful, expansive, intuitive world. I'll see you next time. Bye.